Hello Virgo, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I'd like to thank everyone for viewing, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. It does truly help my channel a lot, but it also circulates the video, which means other Virgos get to see the video and the messages that are in it for them. I have a bit of a message for you, Virgo. Please don't fast forward. You're going to want to hear this. I have known for a few months now that something big is changing on my channel, and I now know what it is. I kind of knew back then and I dug my heels in, but now I'm being forced to do it whether I want to do it or not, and that is focus my channel strictly on Virgo. So all of my readings moving forward from this point, for however long I'm needing to do it, I don't know if this is a permanent thing or if I'm going to be focusing on Virgo for a certain amount of time and then going back to all the other zodiac signs, I don't know. But for now, everything's going to be Virgo. And that's why this full moon reading normally is just a collective reading, but no, it needed to be a Virgo reading. So this would be for Virgo's sun and rising. But if the title resonated with you and you have a Virgo moon and or Venus sign, have at her. Even if you're a cross watcher and you're here for Virgo, but the title resonated with you, again, we are all connected. All the messages are for whoever it resonates for. I am focusing on Virgo, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to resonate for someone with a different zodiac sign, okay? So those other 11 zodiac signs, I apologize if you know, it might be a big deal for you that I'm not doing videos for you guys right now. I apologize. I have to do and go where I'm led, and this is where I'm led. So, getting into that now, I would really like to thank Yasmin Boland for all the information. I get all my information on the moons and, you know, how it's going to affect everybody from her Moonology Diary. So, thank you, Yasmin. Now, I do use her cards as well. This is from the Moonology deck. This is from the Moonology Manifestation deck, okay? So, I want to let you know what she feels this full moon in Aquarius is going to bring and how it's going to affect us. And this full moon involves a clash between the sun, which represents your ego, and Saturn in retrograde, which represents destruction, okay? Or not destruction, deconstruction, which is currently in Aquarius. Saturn is currently in Aquarius. Now, the full moon always brings intensity, but this time there's going to be even more pressure than usual because Saturn's involved. And it could be that someone's either bossing you around or you're the one that's being heavy-handed. It could be about rules being imposed on you that you're not happy about. Definitely not going to be happy about them. But the best case scenario is that previously laid down rules are now finally being lifted. And to understand Saturn in Aquarius, if we're going to talk in keywords, we're in a period of time when humanity, which is Aquarius, because it represents humanity, has a lot of lessons to learn, and that is Saturn. Saturn will teach you the lessons you need to learn, okay? So with a bit of luck, this lunation period will see us all having evolved and learned lessons since this cycle started back in March of 2020. Now that's around the time the first coronavirus lockdown began around the world, remember? So this is also about endings and releasing what no longer serves a purpose in your life, because it is a full moon. The full moons are always about releasing, okay? It's going to be slow and steady, and it's going to ask us to think about where we've come from and how far we've come, how you've grown and evolved, Virgo. On the plus side, it seems very likely that the emotional hysteria that quite often comes up at the time of the full moon will be dampened down by the presence of Saturn. That is a good thing, but it's not what I'm experiencing. I'm a Virgo, and that's probably why my channel needs to go Virgo for a bit. I'm not sure. But anyways, my experience with this full moon so far, it's been intense. I went into such a deep, dark pit I haven't been in that kind of a dark night of the soul period in at least a year. Okay, so not saying it's going to affect the rest of you the same way, but maybe this is how it's affecting Virgos. I'm not sure. Okay. Now, Saturn isn't a planet that takes anything lightly, however, including histrionics. Okay. And if you know you need to quit someone or something, this is the full moon to cut ties. There's going to be less emotion involved and more logic. Okay. Now, Virgo, I want to point out that this lunation is going to be in your 6th house, which is all about daily routines. And that includes that, that's work, that's being at home, whatever. It's just your daily routines and your health and your duties. Okay. So now we're going to get into what the cards are. So, of course, we've got the full moon card, and it is surrender to the divine. Release, right? Letting go, releasing. Full moons are all about that. New moons are all about, beginnings, starting over, redos. From the Moonology Manifestation deck, you've got full moon in Aquarius, and it says, be real. I am experiencing this on such a big level, too. I'm being taught the lesson to be authentic. Let everybody know exactly what I'm feeling. What I'm thinking, putting my true self across. Virgos, myself included, tend to be about, once you really get to know me, then you really get to know me. You get to see the true me. And I don't know why we're like that. Most of us anyways. I think I can speak for most of us. But Spirit is asking Virgos now to, whatever it is that you share with people that you allow to get close enough to you to share those things with, Spirit wants those to be shared now without getting really deep and really close. Spirit wants everybody to see just how incredible you are, Virgo. And like I said, those incredible traits that we carry, we tend to save those for the people that we get really close to. Share them with everyone. That's how you're going to help others. It's how you're going to help the planet, because you are incredibly beautiful on the inside. On the outside too. Generally, Virgos are empresses and emperors. We tend to be very beautiful people, period, all around. You're being asked to let that be seen now for everyone, not just the people that get close to us, right? Okay, so we're going to start out the spread with Queen of the Moon. Oh wow, Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. That was definitely the first card Spirit wants out. Interesting. Waxing, give us 5, and that's going to give us timing. Once I get all the cards laid out, that'll give us timing. But it's focus. Do you remember I told you I'm being led down a road where I focus on Virgos? Focus. Second card out, waning, give us 6. Card 22, this is card 14, wisdom. We are being blessed with so much spiritual knowledge and wisdom. If you're going through a dark night of the soul period, or a period of time where you feel like you're just on the outs in one way or another, you're just not feeling the way you normally do. When you come out of that, you're going to realize, oh my God, I'm more in that knowing place spiritually than I've ever been. It's crazy, or at least that's how I'm feeling. And I know that I'm a conduit for Spirit to move messages through me to you. So it's based on my experiences. And that's how I'm helping out other Virgos based on my experiences and how I move through them and how they have affected me and what they've affected. And that's where I'm at. Okay. Now your third card. Card number 1, Dark Moon, the Void. This is during a new moon, okay? And it's at the point in time where there's just a sliver, the slightest sliver of the moon visible. Now in this one, it's not showing any. It's just completely black or dark. But it is about, the void is when it's darkest. But the moon is never like this unless there's an eclipse, okay? So it is when, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. It is the last new moon positioning right before complete new moon, okay? Fourth card is card number 23, last quarter moon, and it's gratitude. Don't forget to be grateful for everything that comes into your world. But I feel like the message for all of us with this gratitude card is you will be so grateful for what comes to you, what comes out of this full moon. Because I feel like it's going to be something that we've all been waiting for a really, really long time. And it's finally going to take place. I'm going to change the direction of these cards here because I think you might be able to see them a little bit better. A little bit. Okay, I'm going to get into the timing now and get these cards moved around into, you know, from first to fourth for you. Okay, so the first card in the row is going to be focus, because focus is the waxing gibbous 5. The waxing gibbous 5 date for this moon is August 10th. So this is actually the day before the new moon. Okay. So, the full moon. So this is going to be the energy that takes you into the full moon and moves you forward. From this full moon, I'm hearing, to the next full moon is going to be about you focusing on what? I don't know. We're going to draw more cards, so hopefully the answer will come with that. But the next card in line is the next card in line, which is wisdom. This is the waning gibbous 6 moon, and this is August 17th. So you're being guided from the 10th of August forward to focus. You've got wisdom coming in, and maybe the focusing is bringing the wisdom, or focus on what you want more knowledge on. Whatever area of your life you're looking for answers, or you're wanting to increase your knowledge, focus on that area. Focus on what you need to do to increase your wisdom and your knowledge in that area, okay? Now, these two I need to switch around because gratitude is August 19th. This is the last quarter moon, and that is August 19th. So whatever the focus is, whatever direction it's in, when you receive the wisdom that comes along with that, you are going to be so grateful. For me, I don't know if I'm fully up-leveled wisdom and knowledge-wise. I believe this is spiritual wisdom, okay? So I definitely, today was the first day that I felt this. And I'm a day late doing this. This is the day after the full moon because, like I said, I went through the worst, darkest dark night of the soul that I've gone through in at least a year. And there's just no creating a proper reading for you guys from that state. You just can't do that. So I had to wait. But I have to tell you that it was about focus. I did focus. I did gain wisdom, and I am feeling so grateful today with the wisdom that came my way. It was in regards to, for me, it was in regards to being authentic, absolutely, and letting others know how I feel and doing it in the right manner. And also being more aware of what my actions and words, how my actions and my words affect others. That's been heightened in a big way. From where I come from, how I was raised, there was no saying, I love you. I never heard that from my parents. I had a stepfather who was extremely verbally, mentally, and physically abusive. So, I've always had a really hard time. I know I'm an empath, but that part of me seemed to be blocked for a while, and it's coming back around, and I'm having this huge ability, and I'm very grateful for it. You may have the same or similar experience with this full moon, okay? But you don't have to. Just because you're a Virgo doesn't mean we're all going through the exact same thing. We are going through kind of the same type of thing, but the actual specific reason we're going through it could be different, okay? The area in your life. Now, the next card is the dark moon, the void card. This is August 26th, because this is the last day, the last sliver of the waning crescent moon right before the new moon. Okay? Now, I apologize. The new moon, for the most part, is dark. But the darkest moon before the new moon is the void moon. It's the dark moon. And if you look at this card, she's outside at night. I don't know if you can see her or not. It's pretty dark. There, yeah, you can. She's laying on the ground, the moon above her. And I feel like she's reflecting. She's maybe tired because of what she's experienced, what she's gone through. The up-leveling, for me, I gotta be honest, for me, this felt like another awakening for me. I had a huge epiphany this morning. Huge. Bigger than I've had in a long time. So this particular moon is going to have, I believe, a huge effect on all of us. Especially, I'm talking to Virgos because I'm doing a Virgo specific reading here. Leave comments. Let me know how it's affecting you. If it is similar to how it's affecting me. Okay, decks will be listed below, guys. All the decks I'm using will be listed below. This particular one here is Luna Somnia. We are going to clarify the Queen of the Moon cards now, with hopefully letting us know what all of these are going to mean to us. So now on top of the Focus and the Wisdom card, yes, Four of Swords. This is all about healing. Absolutely. I went through a major, major healing. It was, seriously, it was the dark night of the soul, was because those layers of the onion that needed to be peeled back from me to take me back to the very beginning of where these hurts started and how it blocked me and why it was blocking me, so that it could be released and unblock me. Four of Swords. It's all about taking a step back and healing and being gifted with the ability to see things, right? See things from a different light. It's kind of like the Hangman card, to be honest, but it is about healing. So you're focusing maybe on healing, but you're focusing on whatever you are being led to focus on, and that is what's bringing wisdom for you. It's bringing the knowledge and the enlightenment in order for you to heal so you can move forward. into whatever positioning and situation and event that you need to for further growth. On top of wisdom and gratitude. Yeah, it felt like a tower. Absolutely. I may still have a tower coming. You all may still have a tower coming. But I'll tell you that whatever I was going through, whatever was taking place within me over the last couple of days, it felt like a tower. It felt like everything that I had worked for so hard and all the brutality of the growth that I had gone through up to this point in time was for nothing, because I felt like I was going through it for the first time all over again. It was brutal. But like I said, I came out the other side of it so grateful for what I was able to learn and how I was able to evolve and grow. And hopefully that's what's happening for all of you too. This wasn't a normal tower moment though, per se. It turned my world upside down in a way of only inside me. Okay. It didn't, it's not one of those, you end up getting divorced, somebody dies, your house forecloses. It wasn't for me anyways. It wasn't that kind of a tower moment. It was a breaking down of me inside, emotionally. So that could be what you're going through as well. Now, on top of the gratitude and the void card, look at this. 6 of Pentacles, Virgo. This is reciprocity. When I asked why I had to go through what I went through, the answer I got back was it was growth that needed to take place so that I could manifest all the things that I want to manifest in my life, including my soulmate. Okay? And it was about learning how to really release my emotions to others, allow others to really see who I am, not just the people I get close to. But this also represents, it's not only is it reciprocity, it's so that you can share with the world. It's about sharing equally. But it's Pentacles, and it's the 6, and it represents having more. This is a lot of money, Virgo. I don't know if you're inheriting it, winning it. It's going to be some kind of big bonus at work or some big payday of some kind, but this is a large sum of money. This is you not having to worry about how you're going to pay your bills anymore, and able to help others that need it financially. So this growth that's coming in with this full moon could be taking you to this place. Now, bottom of this deck, part of the overall energy is, oh God, the 10 of Pentacles. This is long-term financial independence. This is long-term. The 10 of Pentacles represents long-term. This could be a relationship. This could be your soulmate coming in. But it's long-term happiness in your home life. So, like I said, it could be you coming together with your soulmate. It could be that somehow all this large sum of money hits your life, and that's happiness at home, right? Okay, now we're going to get Gaia Oracle cards for you. Okay, so on the 4 of Swords and the Tower, you have loss. Okay, some of you are going to go through loss of some kind. I did, but I want to point out the loss that I went through was with my kids. Okay, it just seemed that my relationship with my kids, that I worked so hard. I did lose my relationship with my kids when I first started to awaken and ascend, because we weren't on the same level and we did nothing but fight. Okay, that broke my heart. That was really hard because we were always best friends. But it allowed my growth and it allowed their growth, and we came back together about 6 months ago, and it's like we were never apart. In fact, it's better than it was before we split. But then over the last couple of days, something seemed to go south, and my relationship with my kids kind of went back, or it felt like it went back to the place when I lost them previously. But it was only for the 2 days. They're back again. I never did really lose them. It was just a belief. And I think it was that breaking down of the pain, what caused my pain and my crash, if you will, in life. Okay? It had to come up to the surface. And when it bubbled up to the surface, I relived it, is what I think happened. But this is all about grief, sadness, and resurrection. So you may be going through the same thing. You maybe haven't gotten there yet, but you're about to. If you have been going through that and you don't have the wisdom yet, the understanding of why it's taking place and what it's supposed to be doing here, this may help you, okay? Now on the Tower and the Six of Pentacles, we have reflection. Yeah, which I said, she's reflecting in this Void card. This says illusion, self-examination, and distortion. And that is exactly what it felt like I was going through. Distortion. I couldn't believe that I was feeling what I was feeling. And I couldn't believe I was back in that same place because I had worked so hard to develop this relationship with my kids again. And now it felt like it just went poof in a puff of smoke. But it was a distortion. It was an illusion. Okay, so I want you all to know that this is energy. It is doing what it's meant to do. You don't have to do anything except allow it to move through you and out of you, because I think that's what's happening here. Okay, and this sits right underneath the gratitude card, which means this is something you're going to be grateful for. It's going to shine a light on something very valuable for you emotionally. Okay. What are we getting now, angels? Okay, we're going to get an Island Time Wellness card for you. Ooh, this all could be taking some of you to your soulmate. Like I said, that was my answer. This wisdom that came through for me, it was to help me be able to put across how I feel so that my soulmate can come in. Because that's what this is all about for you guys, or most of you too. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. It's time. It's time. It's about to take place. If you've been watching my videos lately and on my Chosen Ones channel as well, you've come to the awareness that we need to be at peace no matter what's taking place in our lives around us, okay? This is no different. This is, again, it's energy. It's a past hurt. It's a trauma that is stuck inside you that needs to be released so you can move forward towards your soulmate. It needs to come out. So it's just resurfacing, and you're needing to reflect and know that this is just a distortion. It's being released, and you're having to relive it, so to speak. Okay? It's what's going to allow you to heal by releasing it. Okay, now we're going to get a Synchronicity Oracle card. Three, 3, your angels are by your side. When I created this deck, I had been seeing a whole lot of numbers. I still see the numbers. but I wanted to know what they meant. So I asked my guides. Whatever they gave me is what I put on the cards. And about half of this deck is numbered, okay? So if you are seeing 333 at this point in time, or you start seeing it, it's a way for your guides and your angels and spirit to let you know that they are beside you. They're with you. They're helping you move through this. And this is also a clear sign for me that they are with you. They're beside you going through all of this. You don't have to worry. They are doing the work for you, on you, to you. Okay? They're the ones that are working the alchemy in behind the scenes to bring this to the surface so it can be released, so that you can evolve from this and move on, right? Okay, I want to get a card from the Power of Surrender deck now. I want to know what it is that you need to surrender. I'm going to draw 3 cards, okay? So you're going to be able to choose between 3 cards, which one you feel intuitively is a match to what you're being asked to surrender during this full moon. Now I'm going to just set them here, and you choose from here, okay? They're not numbered, they're not anything, just, I mean, if you want to, this is 1, 2, and 3. You decide which one your intuition is kind of guiding you toward, and that's what you're going to be asked to surrender during this full moon, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. So this is all about surrendering, setting limits. Surrendering to setting limits. You need to set boundaries, and you need to set those limits. Okay? Number 2, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Now keep in mind, if you're drawn to all 3 or 2 of these or only one of them, then that's what you're drawn to. That's what you need to pay attention to, and maybe you're needing to surrender more than one thing, okay? Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. I feel like I surrendered this for sure. Absolutely, because I feel when I came out of it today, and I was so grateful, I felt like I could fly. Literally, like I was about to soar. So that's mine. And, ooh, this is a beautiful card. Surrender to non-action. 4 of Swords, Virgo. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. 4 of Swords, right? Non-action. Some of you are being guided to not do anything right now but heal. That's what this full moon is for probably majority of us. I feel like I'm definitely healing after going through what I went through. And it doesn't mean you don't still, go to work. You don't call in sick for the next week kind of deal. It's just Spirit is not wanting you to take action and jump on something and really, really move toward it yet. You are to focus, okay? But you're not to take actual action yet. You are just being asked to focus and to reflect. You have got something really big coming in here, Virgo. Really big. Really, really big. I'm going to get one more card for us all. It's the deck Beyond Lemuria, okay? Ooh, all the fronts of the cards in this deck have different artwork on them, and then the backs have a different message from Spirit. But look at this. This has been popping up in my mind for so long, dragonflies. So long. And I want to point out to you that dragonflies are one insect on this planet that can fly at huge speeds without flapping their wings as fast as the other insects have to fly half the speed. I don't know how they do it. Maybe it's because they have 2 sets of wings. I don't know. But they're also an insect that can turn on a dime. They don't need to slow down or come to a stop to turn and change direction. They can just, you may be asked to do this. You maybe already have been asked to do this. Maybe you know already. Now the message on the back, ooh, I like this, is freedom. Freedom means living as you choose, with your wings and heart open, able to direct your reality as you want. The quest for freedom seems innate. You may picture freedom in its more extreme guises, but when we truly feel free, our lifestyles may not change drastically. Limitation can be a state of mind. The only change might be choosing to live a certain way rather than feeling obligated. A shift of perspective. That was a message that came through with the 4 of Swords. A shift of perspective can help bring lightness and choice. In the bigger picture, what does freedom look like to you, Virgo? If you're feeling stifled, it's up to you to make a change. If you want to screenshot this for down the road, please feel free. I like this very much for us. I truly feel this, whatever this is that's taking place for each and every one of us through this full moon, has everything to do with some kind of a freedom. Freedom from emotion, baggage, sadness, pain, trauma. Because once you go through that and you break it down, you've got the 6 of Pentacles. That, my friends, is freedom. That is financial freedom. That is freedom to say, to speak and feel and just be you, Virgo. Just be you. Okay, angels, is that everything we have for Virgo today? Yes, it is, Virgo. I hope this resonated for you. I hope it helped. Leave comments. Let me know, please. And I love you guys, and I will see you next time.